We are all the way down now to Module 7, and this is the module where I want to talk to you a little bit about moving your data around. This is Section 1, and I want to go through cut, copy, and paste with you. Cut, copy, and paste is a basic that you have to know for any program you're working in. It basically is a way for you to take your data from one place and put it in another place. Sometimes you actually want to move the data, other times you just want to make a copy of it somewhere else. Let's go ahead and run through cut, copy, and paste, and then you'll be an expert in knowing how to move your data. In this exercise, we have Books and Beyond. The Northeast region is on the left, the Mideast region is on the right. I'd like to do a few things to make the exercise look a little bit nicer. One of them being, I'd like to take the information here and line it up with the edge of the table in column K, and maybe the same thing over here. I'll take what's in A3 and move it up to B2. The easiest way to do this is go ahead and select whatever you'd like to move. And you'll notice that if I put my mouse around the edges of this cell, which is the active cell, I'll get a white arrow. All I have to do now is hold the mouse down and drag it to the cell I'd like to drop it off in and let go. Pretty easy to do that. Let me do it over here. I'm going to select J3, point around the edges till I get the white arrow, and click and drag over to K2 and drop it off. And now you can see it looks a little bit nicer like this. Now we just call that moving. That's not cut, copy, and paste. What I'd like to talk to you about now is how to actually cut this Mideast region, and we'll place it down below the Northeast region. If you cut something, you're actually removing it from where it is and you're going to put it somewhere else. If you copy, you're making a copy of that information somewhere else. That's the difference. Now before I show you the 4 steps, we're going to be working with what we call the clipboard. And I want to show you how to turn the clipboard on. If you go over to your Home tab, and you'll see a clipboard grouping, and there's an arrow on the bottom right that you just click on to turn it on. And this is called the clipboard right here. The way the clipboard works is every time you cut or copy something, it will show up on this clipboard so that you can paste it in somewhere else. There is one clipboard for the whole computer, not one per program. So what that means is if I cut or copy something here, I'll be able to paste it into Word if I like, or into a web page I'm creating, wherever I'd like to put it in my computer. The clipboard is only wiped if you close all of Microsoft Office. You can close just Excel, but if you had Word still open, for example, then it would still be there. But once you close Word, that would close all of Microsoft Office, and then everything on the clipboard would be gone. There are 4 steps to cut, copy, and paste. Number 1, you're going to select whatever it is you'd like to cut or copy. Number 2, you're going to choose the cut or copy options. Number 3, you're going to click the mouse wherever you'd like to put the data. You do not have to put it in Excel, even though we're going to do that. Like I said, you can put it anywhere in your computer. And then the last thing is you're just going to paste. Let me give you an example of how that's going to work. Following the 4 steps, the first thing I want to do is select my entire Mideast region. In this case, it's going to be K2, and I'm going to follow this down and end it over in P16. K2, hold Shift, and click P16. That selects everything between those 2 points. Number 2 is I'm going to cut or copy. There's a couple ways you can do this. You can either come up here to where you see cut or copy, or you can just right click your mouse anywhere and you'll be able to choose cut or copy this way. I'm going to cut because I want to remove it. And you can see it looks like it's still here. It won't disappear until I actually paste it in. Number 3 says click your mouse where you'd like to put this. Now I'm going to click down here in B18. I could click over in Word and put it in, or somewhere else, like I said. Now when I go to paste this, you can do it one of 2 ways. You can right click and choose paste right here, or you can actually come over here and click on it from the clipboard. Either one's going to work. I'll go ahead and choose paste right here, and now you'll see it's moved it. It's no longer on the right, and it's down below. Just so you will know, if you happen to paste by clicking over here, It leaves the original and you have to go back and delete it if you don't want it. When you're working with the clipboard, if there's something specific on the clipboard that you don't want anymore, you can actually click the down arrow and delete that one piece of information. But like I said, it's going to be deleted when you close all of Microsoft Office. Your clipboard only holds 24 items. Once you cut or copy that 25th item, it's going to pop up and say, would you like me to replace the first one? Just know that. You do not have to turn the clipboard on to actually do what we just did. We just turned it on so we could see what's there. I want to show you how this works between programs as well. I'm going to go ahead and open up Microsoft Word for a moment and you'll see the clipboard there and I'll show you how it works. This is a blank document in Microsoft Word. Do you remember the clipboard we turned on in Excel a few moments ago? If you notice, this is the exact same grouping right here, and I can hit this arrow to turn the clipboard on. And look, there's the data we just cut from Excel. All I have to do is click on it and I've now pasted that into Word. Let me give you one more example. I'm going to go over to the internet and grab a picture real quick. Let's say I found this picture of this dog that I like. If I right click, you'll notice that it says copy image. Now just be aware that when you're on the internet, you want to be super careful about copying images because some of them may be subject to copyright. But the point is, I want to show you how to copy from anywhere in the computer. I'm going to choose copy image and I'm going to flip back to Excel and see if it's on the clipboard. There it is. So if I want to put this dog over here, for example, all I have to do is go ahead and choose it. And you'll see there he is. Now, it's a whole nother subject when we start talking about sizing images and all of that, but the point is, you see how to cut or copy from anywhere in your computer. Let's go ahead and wrap this section up, and I want to talk to you a little bit in section 2 about copying formulas.